All right, the prep of the month is health considerations in SHTF. And while this isn't SHTF, our camping trip and a small mishap I had with a hatchet could make the point of being prepared. And this video is more of a fail video for me than some sort of, crowing at my readiness. This is the little first aid kit that always stays in the truck. And I took the old white truck camping. And with the exception of the few supplies I did use, wrapping my hand up, this is what came in it. Now the vet wrap, wonderful. Had a whole roll, and I've used about half of it, rewrapping this thing every time it got wet or I showered. Scissors came in handy. Definitely the antibiotic, which I'm going to look at changing these out. They're 88 cents at Walmart. I'm going to look at changing these out more often because this was very liquid from being in a hot truck. I don't know what that means for the capabilities of the antibiotic, but I know it didn't want to stay on the wound. It wanted to run everywhere. So I'm going to look at changing these out every 6 months and see what goes on there. Aspirin really didn't come in handy because I had some whiskey, and it did throb, especially that first night, and it was hard to get any sleep because my hand was just, you know how it is, heart beating. Didn't use the cravat, did not use the tourniquet, did not use the Israeli bandage. My wife refused to use gloves. She told me, well, she refused. I won't say what she said. I didn't need the rescue blanket. I was not in shock. I didn't use the cold pack. Now, I have just a mare's nest of bandages here. And I didn't use any of them, but here's why. And here's where my big fail came in. With all the Band-Aids I had, I did not have any butterfly closures. And if I'd had butterfly closures, that would have come in handy. The cut probably could have took 3 stitches, but I wasn't about to end a perfectly good camping trip. Well, to quote one of America's great movies, McClintock, and probably the best quote in the whole movie, let's not let some little old Indian raid mess up a perfectly good barbecue.
Doggone it, folks. Let's don't let a little old Indian raid break up a good barbecue and a rodeo.
So I wasn't going to pack it up and go to an emergency room for a couple of stitches, not when I could perfectly well dress it myself and get a nice looking scar out of the deal. But butterfly closures would have been nice. I will rectify that. The gauze sponge. This was the only kind of, that one got opened. This is the only kind of sterile sponge or dressing I had to put next to the wound. I need to have more gauze or something like that. But I tell you what, the adage that I promote, which is that if you've got some sort of gauze or sponge dressing and this here vet wrap, you can pretty much take care of any emergency situation. I still go by that because I was able to wrap it up and go on with my business. But like I said, this is a fail video because I did not have butterfly closures, and I should have, and that it really is on me. And I will be fixing this situation as soon as we get back and get unpacked.